The World Football season has extended well into June thanks to this international window. You've got the Club World Cup going on, qualifiers all around the world with the Socceroos booking their ticket. And over in the CONCACAF region, the Gold Cup has kicked off. The last chance you'll get to see USA, Mexico and Canada play competitively before they welcome the world for the FIFA World Cup next year. I'm in the gorgeous city of Vancouver to check out how Canada's preparing for the big dance. But before I get to their game later tonight, I've got to catch up with a rising Aussie star and legend of Canadian soccer along the way. Giuseppe Bovalina from Adelaide all the way to Vancouver, man. Before we talk football or soccer, how's life been, the transition for you?
Great, honestly, I say it's a bit similar to Sydney, like the city, you know, with the nice water and, you know, like even the streets are beautiful.
Yeah.
But I love it here, like food is great.
Yeah.
Coffee's not good.
No, I've just tasted that.
But otherwise everything is nice, people are great here, so friendly, so I love it.
And I know football-wise, everyone's really excited. Of course, you can feel the buzz, the FIFA World Cup here next year, and massive game, Gold Cup going on at the moment for Canada.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the footballing transition, because I think as the A-League, we look at the MLS as a bit of a blueprint, franchise system. Has it just taken it to a whole new level, though, what you've seen over here?
Yeah, I mean, like when I first came here, like I looked at it as like the next step to where I want to get to.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, it's a bigger franchise, bigger, more teams. You know. But yeah, like the league itself, I would compare it to Australia. It's hard. Like I feel like there's a lot more internationals here.
Yeah.
Like you have me, an Aussie. You have like people from all over the place. You know, Croatian, Serbian, this guy, that guy. So I feel like there's a lot more different like culture.
Yeah.
Like with playing styles, and especially the South Americans, they're very technical, as you can see, and you know, like that's the next step. So.
And am I right in saying you made your debut against Miami?
Yeah, correct.
How was that, man?
That was crazy. Like. Jordi Alba was the only one that came, but I mean the stadium was packed. I think it was, I don't know, like 50-something thousand, and like the energy. I think I had a few chances in that game. I was like buzzing, but I'm grateful.
Awesome, man. So good to see you over here. And of course on SBS we've got a game every Monday of the MLS as well, so the Aussies been following it very closely. But we can see you even closer now because you were involved with the Aussie under-23s recently. A great window for us. What did it mean for you to put that green and gold on and join up with those boys?
I'm grateful to have the opportunity again, and I think it was a good window for the boys. You know, we have the qualifiers coming up for Asian Cup in January. Yeah, I mean, clean sheet, a 2-0 win as well, 0-0 draw for the first game. And it was good to see the boys, and I think we have a special group. So I think, you know, qualifiers coming up, and then I think we can do everything for January.
So good, man, and we're so proud of you guys. And I know you are still young, but it's definitely got to be on the horizon. You see World Cup things and posters everywhere around here. The fact that the FIFA World Cup's coming to Canada and we've booked our ticket, is that a little goal of yours to maybe get involved with that senior team?
Yeah, of course. Like that's, you know, every kid that starts playing football in Australia, like, your goal is to play for the Socceroos. You know, that's my goal, and it always will be. So I guess it's just doing the right things on the pitch, off the pitch, and you know, God's time, God's plan, and everything, and just trusting the process.
We're doing all the right steps, bro. As a fellow Italo-Australian, I'll be rooting for you, brother. All the best. Bob, it's an honour for me to be sitting here with you because coming from Australia, we've had so many pioneers here on SBS pushing football in soccer in our country. Firstly, I want to talk to you about the '86 World Cup and your memories there, being the only team up until 22 to do that for Canada. Right. How fond are those memories and those jerseys that are next to us today?
Very fond, and it's hard to believe that we qualified then and we didn't qualify for another 36 years. But the memories of the World Cup that I have, that we were at in '86, are when we got drawn against France. That was a great start because you're going to be playing against Platini, Tigana, Jairès, and it was a who's who. And I remember lining up in the tunnel before the first game against them, and it wasn't a very wide tunnel, so you could literally reach across and touch them. And we were awestruck, like we were just looking at these guys like I watch them play on television. Until now we're going on the pitch to play a meaningful game. Platini's at the front, our captain Bruce Wilson's at the front of our line, and he looks across at Bruce and he says, You played for Toronto Blizzard. So he recognized him. I remember saying to Bruce after the game, you'll be able to tell your grandkids that. You're looking at him and he recognizes you. But and then we went out and we played scared, which was good because we didn't want to make any mistakes. And we hung in there until the 81st minute, and unfortunately our goalkeeper and myself got our wires crossed, and they got the eventual winner. But I think what we did was at least we established that we're not bad.
Yeah, and even speaking to the fans here so far, the football fans, they speak about 86 as just a huge squad that inspired everyone. And like you said, 36 years passed. Yeah. We had a similar story, 32 years we didn't get back to the World Cup between 74 and 06. Wow. And I know that for a nation of football, it's so important for you to make World Cups consistently. So now that Canada went in 22 and they're going to host this next one in 26, what are you expecting that will do for the game in this country?
Well, let me just take a step back to 94 when the Americans hosted it. Yeah. Their commitment, the USSF's commitment, was to start a league, which was MLS. Had the rocky road that all other professional soccer leagues have had in Canada and the United States, but it hung in there. And now we've got 30 teams. That World Cup got us going. This World Cup will now just propel it to another level. The Canadian fan doesn't appreciate now what's going to happen in a year's time, because those fans that come from the respective countries that are playing, they're going to bring that passion with them. Yeah, we have hockey and we have baseball and we have all these sports, but they can't match the enthusiasm and the passion of football supporters.
It's a whole nother level.
It is.
You know, you mentioned 94 World Cup. I will take this opportunity to apologise on behalf of Australia for the qualification process of 94.
Yes, of course. We could have been there. Maybe you want to explain that later. But
of course, that game was on SBS back in the day as well, and the great Mark Schwarzer popping up. But yeah, we do have a similar history. And you mentioned about the MLS, the A-League has had many difficulties, and it's pretty much modelled on the MLS. Unfortunately, hasn't quite had the same level of success, but it's a constant battle. Like you mentioned, though, a World Cup can bring a whole country to life, and the Women's World Cup did that for us in 2023. What do you hope happens after this World Cup for Canadian soccer?
I don't think it's a bold statement, but given the fact that there's 48 countries now going to the World Cup, and this is the first, and it was 32 before, we should never not qualify for a World Cup. We should be there at every World Cup. That's going to help. Just going back to World Cups on a regular basis, being a part of the hysteria. We're a multicultural city here, so when World Cup happens, you'd have to be living in a cave, and even though we're not in it, you'd have to be living in a cave to not know what was taking place. And then the next step would be actually, and we hope it happens here, is that our team gets out of the group stage. The round of 32 game is here. Wow. So we would be here then if we get out. I don't want to jinx them. And then the round of 16 game would be here. We would have, you're aware we had the 2010 Olympics, right?
Yes, yeah.
We would have a similar type of response in this market and across the country if in fact we progress to that stage. And then I can dream, maybe we can get to the final 8. And I want to temper expectations for the people that feel like we should be winning a World Cup. That's probably not going to happen.
Well, I mean, I can speak from an Aussie though, just getting out of the group, just winning a game, the celebrations that will bring.
Exactly, you've done it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I would love to see BC Place packed out for a knockout match with Canada playing.
It'll be a sea of red. Oh. Well, as I guess the difference would be whoever we're playing against will have their section, but it'll be minute in comparison to the Canada support that we'll get here.
Well, I really hope so, and all our Aussie friends will be back in Canada at home at the FIFA World Cup next year. Bob, on behalf of SBS and the greats that have come on this broadcaster, I thank you so much for the work you've done for soccer in this country.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here and spreading the word.
Guys, the countdown timer's over there. Less than a year to go until the FIFA World Cup. How's Canada feeling about it?
Unbelievable. We got as good a chance as anybody, I think. A great game tonight.
Over the moon that we're hosting, and I can't say enough nice things. I'm so excited for the World Cup coming here.
Amazing.
You excited?
Yeah, very.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I'm like 34. I'm pumped, ecstatic.
What does a successful World Cup look like for Canada next year?
I think just having all the fans have a lot of fun and being a safe environment and having great countries getting together. We met great Honduran people today where there's a baby right in front of us. It's awesome, right? Let's enjoy.
At least a win. I mean, in the 80s, we didn't even get a goal. Here 3 years ago, we got a goal, so next is a win. The depth in the squad is so far. I think our subs have it. I think our coaching is great. I don't know. I think we can go far.
Like semifinals and finals.
Semi-finals and final. I think every Canadian would take that one. If you had to tell the whole world to watch out for one Canadian player, who would it be?
Promise David.
To Paul's point, I think internationals come to Vancouver. We're a welcoming country. Take a look around. The mountains, the fresh air, the ocean.
It's absolutely beautiful. And I was going to ask you what you'd say to Aussies that are thinking of making the trip over to Vancouver for the World Cup next year.
You'll have a fantastic.
You won't be disappointed. Calm down.
We have surf, we got pubs, and good vibes. So
Coming down. Or coming up.
We've got a soccer culture here. People might not know about it, but Vancouver is one of the best places in the country, one of the best places in North America to watch soccer.
There's no better place in the summer than Vancouver. Vancouver is absolutely spectacular. Right now, I couldn't recommend it enough.
Come ski Whistler too.
Awesome. Plenty of Aussies there, right? I was just there for 2 days. Last one.
Imagine that, an Australian and a Whistler.
Yeah, I know.
An Australian at a ski resort in Canada.
I felt like,
oh my
He met his
God.
wife in Byron Bay.
We're a world-class city. It's a great place to come and see the game.
Well, welcome to Vancouver. We're almost the same anyway. But Australia and Canada, special Vancouver, we're British.
It is.
Yeah,
We're
we're
pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Now, the last thing I need you all to do is on 3. You got to give me a big "Let's go Canada" as loud as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go Canada! Come on Canada!
Come on, Canada!
Let's go!
Well, I've absolutely loved my time here in Vancouver. You can feel the World Cup buzz in the air. The FIFA World Cup timer is now ticking down with less than a year to go until the biggest FIFA World Cup ever. 104 games, 48 teams, and over 3 host nations. We can't wait to bring it to you live and free on SBS Sport. We'll see you all there.